other week and give announcements. But just in case you didn't know that, that's my name. And I feel like it's pretty important to introduce myself if I'm going to be up here and share some of my story and be a little vulnerable. So I guess I can start with the classic line of, I grew up in a Christian home, which is kind of true, but we really didn't start pursuing Christ as a family until my mom got sick. My mom was diagnosed with alpha-1 and COPD when I was 8. So basically she has about 18% lung function. It's probably 15 now, but she has severe oxygen 24/7 and she needs a lung transplant. Then this need for Jesus escalated even more when my dad's health started to decline a couple of years after my mom's. In general, all of my dad's illnesses stem from his diabetes. For example, when I was 10, he broke every bone in his foot and walked on it for months without knowing, because he has neuropathy, which from the knees down, which is basically he has like no nerve feeling from the knees down. And this specific moment was the catalyst for a lot of his current illnesses because of the severe infection it caused, which still has lasting ramifications, and then to this day he has to wear a permanent walking boot. Honestly, my parents' illnesses sent me spiraling at a super young age. I had to take on a lot of household responsibilities my friends didn't have to deal with, and I felt like I had zero control over the world around me. Thankfully, my parents at the time started to lean on God themselves and got me plugged into the student program at my church, which turned my mindset around. I had a really strong Christian community around me, which has taught me what it's like to have a relationship with Jesus, and I started to pray daily. Prayer helped me process what was going on and calm my anxiety. And after several years of being poured into and growing, I got baptized when I was 14 on a mission trip. So this is pretty awesome, but I still struggled majorly with control throughout high school, especially because my parents' health continued to decline. Now my dad has very minimal vision. He's had like 3 or 4 surgeries on each eye, and his kidneys started failing my junior year something in high school. And he started dialysis, which also means he needs an organ transplant like my mom. And then as for my mom, she actually got taken off of the transplant list, which is a lot more complex of a situation to explain in like 5 minutes, so yeah. But because of this lack of control over my family situation, I turned to controlling other things in my life, like school, how much I was working out, and especially what and how much I was eating. I would love to say that I'm completely released these things to the Lord, but these are still areas I try to control when life gets overwhelming. Even this past semester, I fell into some old habits with my relationship with food, and with full transparency, it was rough, and it's still lingering, but by God's grace, I'm doing much better at this. And what I can say is thanks to the people who God has placed in my life and spending consistent time in prayer and in His Word, I have been able to let loose of the reins and surrender control to Him, at least most of the time. It's definitely not all of the time, but the only way I have been able to get through this crazy life is by having a relationship with God. When we lean on the Lord, we can take a step back from the chaos and see all the blessings He is providing for us. For example, this past semester, my mom was actually put back on the transplant list, which has only come about because of consistent prayer, and this is just like a really big step for my family, which is super exciting. And I think a good verse that summarizes this idea is Psalm 55:22. Cast your burden on the Lord and He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. This verse is just so accurate, and God has sustained me through everything, and He wants to take our burdens. Everything I've said tonight is just some of my story, and the Lord has done so much more in my life that I could go on and on about. And as a close, I just want to say thank you to all of my His House community, that's all of you guys, for this giving me a chance to share and being a vital part in helping me stay strong in my relationship with God over the last year. And if I could leave all of you with anything, it would be to start bringing your burdens to the Lord and turn to prayer as your comfort. If you want to understand that more, I recommend talking to one of the members of His House community, including me, and especially the staff here. They just are, that's their job. They want to talk about it. And I actually would love to talk more in depth about any of this stuff that I talked about in my story, or just like in general. I'm really extroverted, and if you come up to me, I love talking about Jesus. So yeah, and that's all I have. I'm just super glad that I got to share, and yay, I'm done. Okay.